Welcome. Potent Podcast, episode 19, one away from 20, on August 27th. Jay here with Trills. Trills, what's up, bro?
Chilling, bro. What's up with you?
Not much, man. So we got a great show lined up for you guys. A lot of content, a lot of jokes, a lot of great music, a lot of things to talk about. But, I feel like we should address exactly what's going on in the country and make sure that we let you guys know in case you don't know where we fall on this. The easiest way that I can put it, guys, cops can't be judge, jury, and executioner. Plenty of people have committed crimes, had the cops come, had them arrested, went through due process, and that seems like that's not being afforded to everybody. Knife in his hand, whatever. We're talking about James Blake. Knife in his hand, whatever the cops were there for, whether he was breaking up a fight, all of that feels erroneous when you see the video. Like it just doesn't matter. Like none of that matters because there was no sort of due process. And then there's like this parallel right across from it, right? The next night, a 17-year-old kid, white kid, crosses state borders with an assault rifle, kills 2 people, and the cops let him roll and nothing. And I don't think I've ever witnessed 2 events that close that directly correlate to each other and basically hammer home the point. I applaud every single NBA player, every single Major League Baseball team. Anybody who feels like they need to do something right now is the time. And I applaud you all for it. But here we are again, Trills. The same discussion. I think it was episode 9 where we discussed, everything that was going on right after George Floyd, and here we are 10 episodes later, speaking about the same thing, and things just don't seem to be getting better. Talk to me.
Yeah, man. Things are not getting better, and unfortunately, they're not going to get better until the right pressure is put on the country to make it better. So, I mean, obviously, we all have been saying the same thing, and we all know the same thing, right? If leadership doesn't take care of it, it will continue. So really bad leadership is where we're at, and this is the direct reflection of it. The worst times in this country's history are all directly tied to really bad and racist leadership. So, I mean, we have to start there. Regardless of what a bunch of people are saying, Biden and Kamala are a step toward it. Period. If you think Kamala's career choice is as bad as what the Cheeto has,
Well, what he's woken up in this country,
if you think any of the options are as bad as the fire that he has continually stoked in the last 4 years, you are out of your fucking mind. You are purposefully being obtuse, and we don't fucking need you. Like, stay out the conversations. At the very minimum, stay out the conversations, because if you're influencing people to not go out and make a real change, then I don't know what bubble you're living in. I don't know why you feel so safe. I don't know why a woman is more threatening than what we're going through. It's just it, man. That's look, there's no definitive solution, but one minor thing we can do is make sure we don't have racist leadership.
Yeah. And then the other thing too is like, I start to think more, and everybody's always like, oh yeah, vote. And you're right. Exactly what you said is true, right? But a lot of these things that happen with the police, they happen in democratic states, man. Like there's just, I think that the I don't agree with defund the police. We need to break the system down as far as who's being selected to be these cops, what sort of psychological tests really need to be passed, and also, IQ tests, and you need to start over with your training. It shouldn't just be gun immediately. If you're trying to subdue someone and there's two of you, then you have to jump on him, tase him, shoot him in the leg, something has to change. It can't just automatically be finger on the trigger and the person's dead for committing a crime.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct about that. All of that needs to be reevaluated. But from what I know about white people is that when it comes to testing, when it comes to who's qualified, when it comes to giving out careers, when it comes to nepotism,
right,
they got it in the fucking bag.
Right, and that's the other thing I wanted to tell you is that you have a lot of these bad guys who in high school wound up not doing anything with themselves, like by going to college or bettering themselves, right? And they were a bully the entire time that they were in high school, right? But you have connections, someone puts you on, and all of a sudden you're a cop, and boom, that power comes right back. And again, power doesn't change the person; it just accentuates what's bad about you.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, we can retraining the police is absolutely necessary, but it doesn't mean that white men aren't going to smudge the results of these testings and hire their homies, right? What we need is real serious leadership at the top of government that says we will not fucking stand for this, and your life will be ruined if you kill innocent people. Your wife, your wives' lives will be ruined. Your kids will have to struggle a little bit now because we're depleting your funds. That all has to happen every single time this shit happens.
Right. I mean, it's just, again, unfortunately, I hate to say it, but when I saw it, I was horrified and I was like, well, nothing's going to happen.
Yeah.
And I think that, Chris Webber was doing the NBA show the night that the teams walked out, and he really, really, really summed it up when it came to, him having to explain death to his family members that are much younger, that have never even seen it in a movie, and how what's going on right now isn't going to change anything right now, but it has to be the start, and it has to be now. If he said, if not during a pandemic, then when? If not when thousands of people are dying, then when?
Right.
If not now, then when?
Yep.
It's just frustrating, man. It's you almost feel like you're turning the corner a little bit with some of this stuff, and you start to think that maybe it's different parts of the country. It's a system that is broken, totally broken.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you have anything else you want to add just in case, man? I feel like, we could talk, like I said, a whole episode about this. I kind of wanted to do this so we could at least give people something else to think about. Because remember, I want you guys to at least get your hour, 2 hours of mental, break from all this. And hopefully we can be that.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean take your foot off the gas pedal, though.
Right.
All right. Man. All right, man. Let's just have some fun, man. Let's try to have some fun, and so before we get into, the segments and everything, did you see the Batman trailer?
Yeah, man.
Holy shit, Trills.
Yeah,
Holy
man.
shit, man. I can't believe. See, again, this Batman shit, it goes in waves with me, right? I found out that Ben Affleck's going to be Batman. I threw a shit fit. I saw him in the suit, and I was like, oh, shit. I was like, I completely get it. Heath Ledger's cast as the Joker in the beginning. I'm like, come on, man. Him? Are you sure? Then I see one picture of him, and I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yo, the same thing. This movie is only 25, 30% shot, and you can give us a trailer like that?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Let's go.
It looks great, bro.
It's about time they did a Batman detective movie. I think that's always lost in that is that, they can draw from so many, I can go complete nerd on, all the storylines with him trying to track down serial killers, like the Long Halloween, Court of Owls, any of those. And I think that's what he's trying to draw from.
Yeah.
It just makes sense, man. You can have Batman whipping people's ass while putting together a movie that doesn't have to, you don't have to bring in the superhero heads.
Right.
Anybody could want to watch that.
Right. I got a question for you.
Yep.
Who are, because I tried my best to hold this for you.
Uh-huh.
Who are we assuming the villain to be in this movie?
Oh, I know already. So it's so Zoe Kravitz is in it as Catwoman, but you know that Catwoman never really is his villain.
Right.
Friend of me,
Right.
have sex with you sometimes because I'm
Right.
Batman. I'm feeling it. The Penguin. I don't know if you saw Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
And the Riddler. The Riddler is the guy. Is the guy.
That's what I was like looking at people like going back and forth with online, and I was like, how does this not seem like the Riddler to you?
Yeah, I mean he's sending the messages to him, to the Batman. It's just that the Riddler, the Riddler, what people know from him, but forget the comics, right? Like, because not everybody reads comics. Everybody just remembers Jim Carrey.
Right.
And they think he's goofy and all that. Like there is Riddler stories where he's like horribly killing people and teasing Batman, like doing it. So this works, man. And then they're saying that there's other stuff going on like around it. This is basically, they're gonna take it from Batman's second year on the job, which is really exciting because we've only got to see him either beginning or like him already like in his final form. Yeah, I want to see him kind of figure it out a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get it, man. Let's fucking get it.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
You know where I'm going first? And friend of the pod, friend in my head, Lil Boozy.
Come on, man.
All right. While, this situation that we're about to talk about is not funny, I thought that it was cool for us to bring up about him. So the whole Meg and Tory thing, it's exactly what we thought when we first heard. Meg had to come out and say that Tory did shoot her. I believe her. There's no reason that Meg's gonna lie. And so they asked Boozy about it in one of these interviews, and he says, I don't want to speak on that because I need Tory for a song and I need Meg for a song. I like that you sent me, hey, he's learning.
He's trying. He's trying.
He's trying, but this is worse.
It's Boozy. It's Boozy. He has to learn in steps, bro.
Come on, man.
This is worse, Boozy. This is worse, right? I'm willing to look past the awful shit you did because I need you for a verse. And you probably want to say some crazy shit about Meg snitching, but you won't say that because you need a verse. First of all, there is no snitching with Meg. You know why? Meg's not in the streets. Meg got shot. She's a bystander. Just because she's an artist. Y'all get this all, like, it's always the people that have these fucking 9-to-5 jobs that are the most, like, up in arms about snitching.
Bro.
How can you snitch? Shut up, bro. Who cares?
That's all the internet dorks saying what snitching is. You know what? They're using snitching and simp completely wrong on the fucking internet, bro.
Right. Like, respecting a woman, you're a simp.
Like, man, go back to your fucking cul-de-sac and stop using these fucking words.
What is this? She's not gonna fuck you, bro. She's not gonna see this. I like that one. That's actually pretty funny, actually. But all right, this is what's not funny about this. This is what we suspected, right? That Tory was the one that did this, right? And Tory has been ghost since all this happened, right? His silence is saying much more than anything that he could say right now. Because if someone said that I shot you and I didn't, damn a lawyer, damn a statement. I'm gonna be out here acting up on my IG live, whatever. Like I need you to I need you to know right away that I didn't do this.
Right.
He's not saying anything. I believe Meg. If this story somehow becomes true with court evidence, anything like that, or if Tory admits it himself, he's got to get the fuck out of here. He's got to get the fuck up out of here. Like this isn't a heated discussion where like maybe you went a little too far by putting your hands on her. Like you shot her. Yeah, it's a wrap for Tory. Like he won't be discussed on this show anymore.
No way.
I think people don't grasp like it's funny because you see people like saying stuff on the internet and it's like, do you grasp like what could have happened?
No, people don't understand, bro. Because everything's fodder, right? And people want to get the jokes off,
right?
And nobody ever thinks like, what if that was like a relative of mine in that situation? How would I feel? Would I be making the same jokes? And you definitely would not be,
right?
these fucking people, just because they're celebrities, don't mean that their lives are like you're treating them like fucking action figures or imaginary people. You know what I mean? Like that shit could have went horribly wrong. Not only could he have possibly really wounded her or killed her, right? She could have decided to tell the police what happened, and then we have a whole big situation placed upon all the black people that were in that vehicle that day. Like, there's so many ways it could have went bad.
I just feel bad for Meg, man. There was something about her, just like we've talked about it, right? Like, she just is cool, man. Like, she's just, she's for the culture. Like, like there's nothing wrong with Meg, man. Like, and for all this shit to be on her right now, like, she doesn't have her mom right now. You could tell that shit hurts her, right now. She just seems real, man. Like, and I hate that this happens to her and that people, either decide to make jokes about it or just dismiss it altogether. And it's like, we have a big, big, big discussion to be had within our own culture with how men treat women, like,
oh, yeah.
Chris Brown is still getting shit for something that happened that long ago, because it's still not cool, no matter how long ago it was, and this Tory shit is deeply troubling, man. Like I said, if we find out for sure that, something like that happened, he's going to go on list with the other guy and other people.
We are in different times, man, because this is literally one of the worst incidents to happen in hip hop, and
right.
It's not being treated that way. Like, if this would have happened in '95, Tory would be lucky to be alive, bro. Like,
that's how people moved back then.
You know? Like, they're like, come on, man, like.
And then there's this group that's just like, oh, it was just her foot, bro. That could hit an artery. Anything could happen. You have no idea, man. Like, don't shoot me anywhere.
And the thing is, it's not like he's a marksman. It happened to just be her foot because he can't fucking shoot a gun.
Right. He didn't aim it. His little ass was probably like trying to put up a big ass gun and that shit just like kicked back.
Like it could have hit anywhere.
Right. And it could have hit anyone else too. And that would be just as bad too, So, yeah, I mean, well, all right. Let's Meg, we feel for you. We're here for you.
100%.
But yeah, we can move on. Tory, I'm telling you right now, if this is true, but like I said, I believe Meg, so I think that it's true, right? Like, he has no reason to lie.
No.
So sorry, man, that's just not fucking cool.
Yeah, I mean, he's dead it, man. After probably his best year.
Right. It's just a shame that, like, I was just about to say, like, I got to a point where I started to like really enjoy his music and everything.
Right. We talked about the last project as like, oh, where'd this come from, right?
Right. It's just like, as soon as you endear yourself to us, you get taken away. So, and I'm not here to call for people to cancel Tory, but you need to really reevaluate yourself if you're fine with it, or if you're just like, you're trying to find a way to justify it in any way. I can't. Okay. All right. Listen to this one.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Listen to this one, Trills. Stacey Dash's new husband says she hypnotized him and he wants an annulment. By the way, guys, if you hear anything, sounds, it's raining. And I'm like right here, like it's like raining really hard. So, Trills, Stacey Dash hypnotized this man with probably vagina. Just vagina, like not great vagina. Like, it doesn't have to be great, right? Like, see, this is like the discussion that really needs to be had, right? Vagina isn't built the same.
Right. It is not. All vaginas are not created equal, despite what women say they are not.
Correct. And I'm sure that women would argue the other way. The same thing.
Yeah. Right? All dicks aren't created the same. It's the fact.
Correct. Cool. So when he says hypnotized, like, to me, and when you see a picture of dude, it sounds to me like missionary. Like, like this man talking about she didn't hypnotize you with her words, because when you hear her speak, like, you would rather like just like stick a piece of glass in your eye, probably.
Yeah.
Like she didn't pull out the stopwatch. Like like trying to like, you're getting sleepy and then you just woke up and you was in bed, like, nah. She threw you the missionary. You went crazy. You remember Clueless, and now you hypnotize, and all of a sudden you wake up and you married, and you want an annulment now. Which is smart, because, well, it's stupid, honestly, because he can get the bag, right? Unless he has money or whatever, right? Like, I don't know who this guy is, right?
Yeah.
He can get the bag from her, even though what bag she's getting.
Right.
TBS can't be paying that much for Clueless fucking residuals, right? And
hell no.
what else was she in?
That's a good fucking question. Like, what are the other Stacey Dash?
Paper Soldiers?
Paper yeah, bro. Like, what the
Oh, my God, man. All right, look. But back to Stacey Dash. Again, tell me, how does she hypnotize him, Trills? How?
All right, so I could make some really good fucking fan fiction about this, bro.
Okay.
Something fucking happened, and that all falls down airport, bro.
Go. You intrigue me. You intrigue me, and now I need to hear more. Go.
I don't know what happened at that fucking when they are walking through, and Kanye gets on the belt, and they scanned him. I don't know what kind of gamma rays or what the fuck went off that fucked Ye and Stacey Dash up. But maybe Stacey got some kind of fucking hypnotism powers from that, and they both went super right wing, and they're just fucking insane. And I mean, we could pin this. We could make this, bro.
Jordan Peele, move the fuck over. Wow, that is good.
I don't know how Common escaped it, but
you know what you can do? You start a thread on Twitter. Just say, listen, hear me out. Like, and then boom. If people get movies off of those sorts of stories, man. Wow. So I've learned some shit today. I learned that it had to be something like that. And Stacey Dash ain't been in shit. Oh, wait. She was in Clueless and then the Clueless show. She was the only one that Alicia Silverstone was like, I'm not doing this. And what's the girl that she passed away from? Yeah. And yeah. Oh, well, him and the girl who passed away from 8 Mile, Brittany Murphy.
Yeah.
She didn't pull back up. None of them pulled. Stacey Dash was there for the check. And that shit was on UPN.
God damn, bro.
All right, but all right. So the hypnotism comes, you say from the All Falls Down video, and I say from good old missionary.
Missionary looking into Stacey's eyes. What color are her eyes? Green or something?
Green. Okay.
That must have did it. That must have did it to him.
Damn. So that's my move with the green eyes. The fuck, man. All right. So let's keep going.
She belongs to the streets.
Trills. It's time to get excited, Trills. Time to get fucking excited. You ready?
I'm ready.
Because that Future drop means a bomb's coming. Prepare yourself. Future season, Hendrix SZN is back. What we all wanted, and I feel horrible for even saying this, has happened apparently, right? Or have we confirmed this?
I mean, I don't think he or she has confirmed it, but I saw some subliminal stuff, so maybe.
It appears that Future and Lori Harvey have parted ways. And Lori Harvey got a bit of a tongue lashing in an IG caption, which already leads me to believe that Future's in that bag already, man. Oh my, like it happened. It's like a switch. Soon as this shit happened, he's gonna say, I finally tried to take care of a woman. I finally tried to be in love with one woman, and this is the shit that happens. Good God, we are getting a classic. Dirty Sprite 2, move the fuck over. It's going to be enough of the hard shit and enough of the singing shit to be his magnum opus. This is it. This is it right here. This is the moment right here for him, man. Like, I hate to say that I've been waiting for this, but when I got the news, I was like, like, you ever see the Kermit meme when he's hugging the phone? I looked and I was like, yes. Yeah. I was like, that's as soon as I saw the picture with the caption, this sign for a hoe, I was like, it's done. It's done. Are you in agreement? Is this what's happening?
Yo, Yo, bro, the toxicity is coming, bro. It's coming, bro.
Yes. More music about how you wrapped up dope, has sex with my girlfriend. Like I bring it on. Bring it on. Let's do it. Yes. Oh my God. Sorry to like cheer on something so terrible. Please know that
Hey,
I'm
man, it could be worse, man. It could be like, oh shit, Mary J is getting high again. Yes.
No, that's not. Yeah. Whoa. I'd have been like, damn. I'd have been like, yeah. I'd have been like, stop this shit real quick. Who said that?
That's the shit that people be wanting, right? Like, oh shit, DMX smoking crack. Like,
yeah,
man, it's like
come on,
that's
man.
not that's too far. But I mean, look,
well, I mean, there is the karma aspect here too. Like, you know, Future, you have done quite a few women wrong, right? And just because now you want to settle down doesn't mean that karma forgot. You know, so
right.
if it is something like that now, like charge it to the game, pimp. Like don't hate the player, right? Like I mean that's if I was him, I wouldn't even do all that with the subliminals. I would just be like you seen that Cam Newton gif when he's like he just walks away. Yep.
Yeah.
Like you gotta eat that one.
Yeah.
You knew you know what it is when you get like, you know, Lori Harvey is, let's just face it, an influencer basically, right? Like she you know, she's a beautiful fucking girl. Like
and a younger one at that.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, like this was one of the outcomes. You had to like do the math on it, you know, like I saw, and I would just be like, you know, all right, this is it. You know, I could have seen this coming, you know, so.
Yeah.
But give me the album. Just give it to me. Like, don't give us a date either. Don't even fuck around with like waiting. Like just wake up one day and be like, yo, here it is. Just make sure you do it on the right day. So, you know, sound scan, whatever, all that shit, whatever. All right. Here's a big one.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Trills, are you aware of a young lady who is famous named Bella Thorne?
You know what, bro? Like, it's a name that I had heard, but I had no idea who she was or what she did or anything. But I found out in the last couple of days.
Okay. So for you guys that don't know, Bella Thorne is an actress?
Was, I guess. Or is, I guess. Yeah, is.
Is. Okay. How do I put this nicely without being like, I don't know. All right. She's not my cup of tea physically, to look at, right?
Mm.
That's not, I'm not trying to take anything away from her. You know, there's plenty of women that'll be like, you know, Jay's ugly, you know, and that's fine. You're not everybody's cup of tea. That's fine.
Right.
But this woman who I find like, okay, like whatever, you know, attractive, she makes an OnlyFans and she makes $2 million in a week. Trills, what the fucking horny hell is going on in this world, bro?
Bro. The fact, I've just learned one thing over the course of a couple of years is that people are getting pervier and like hornier by the day, bro. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you.
If Bella Thorne can knock off $2 million in a week, name me, because the list is fucking long and we could probably just like make it off the top of our heads, women who would knock that off real fast if they ever went to OnlyFans.
Yeah.
You know, these people would never do it, you know, anything like that. Like if let's say Nicki Minaj went and did an OnlyFans, good fucking God.
Oh yeah.
Good God.
Oh yeah.
You know, like somebody like Rihanna or something like that. Now that's like 10 million in like a week, easy. And that might be the first day. That might be some shit that everybody's about to. But like you look at, if you guys don't know what Bella Thorne looks like, you know, look her up. If you find her attractive, that's cool. I'm not here to argue with you about that because that's your preference. But
here's one of the weirder things about it.
Yep.
Is I discovered that she is a Disney Channel actress.
She was as a kid, and they always end up, besides Justin Timberlake, ended up being fucked up.
So the weirder part about it is that people have been watching her on a kids show and wanting to see her nude for all this goddamn time. Now
you just like unravel something, right? Like, do you remember Dane Cook?
Yes.
Okay, remember like that 3 weeks that Dane Cook was hot?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what I found out recently? He has a 19-year-old girlfriend. Sounds like nothing, right? She's over 18. Bro, he's been a friend of that family's and known her since she was a little ass girl, yo. That is disgusting, bro. That's disgusting.
Yeah. That is a problem, bro. That is a problem that is happening a lot, is that adults are looking at children and waiting for the moment, bro.
Like, you know what's crazy? Damn, yo, it's like we're trying to tell jokes, but then we're getting into like these heavy subjects. But yeah, but look, you know what's crazy is I've heard grown men say that around me when I was a kid, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I never got it, right? You know, it's not till you get older and you mature. You know, I have a daughter too.
Right.
Like, better believe that I would knock this man's fucking head off his shoulders if he tried to do something like that. Be damned if my daughter wants to be with him. She could be mad at me her whole life, but that's definitely not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
Right.
But that's fucking weird. And I've heard men say that, yo, you know, she's beautiful when she turns 18 or whatever. Bro, that's sick, man. That is very sick.
Yo, bro, that is, get the fuck away from me and my family right now. Don't ever come back around, bro. You are fucking weird.
The other thing is, too, is like, all right, it would still be weird because he's like close to 40, right? That he's with a 19-year-old. But under the law, that's okay. If you met her when she was 19.
Right.
Not when you met her when she was 7.
No, that's predator behavior, bro. It's predator behavior. And then also, how do we know what you were doing throughout that time? Were you grooming? Like, what the fuck?
Right, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. And then it's like, you know, there's a lot of chatter about a lot of the guys that we love in this game, like top high guys, man, like that, you know, they're doing the same thing where they're not necessarily doing anything wrong as far as like touching little girls, but like keeping them close and you know, like when it's on and it's turn 18 and they know what it is, you know what I mean? Like, and that's what you talk about when you talk about that grooming aspect.
Yeah.
It's just disgusting, man. And it's not just our culture though. Like, it seems like entertainment, Hollywood is so weird about this shit, bro.
They are obsessed with young girls, period.
And it's like, I understand that people will say, oh, you know, they've had sex with 1 million people or whatever. They probably bored of it.
Nah.
What?
Nah.
How the fuck would you ever get to that point of being, you know what? That's a whole other subject, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you already know what I'm about to say. But yeah, but you're absolutely right about the Bella Thorne thing. Like, that's being on Disney Channel and then finally hearing that she created an OnlyFans. It's like these guys went like, oh, you know, like, and her body isn't really curvy. So it resembles sort of like what she, you know, like she's just like the same person basically.
Yeah. Here's another thing about OnlyFans though. It's like, when are you, now this is the time to be talking about, you know, like you are fucking simping, bro. Like, bro, you all of you motherfuckers paid $20 to see her put her Instagram content on.
It's not like you paying for Boozy's OnlyFans lives.
Where?
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, man. So I you know, again, if Bella Thorne is gonna make $2 million a week, we gotta cape for like one of these C-list, D-list, beautiful women that don't really got it going right now. That they throw themselves up on OnlyFans and they do a little something. Y'all might be back on the map, man. Let's go. All right, I'm sorry. Yo, I wanted to also give a shout out to the shirt that I'm wearing right now that says "Know Your Worth, King." I like it. It's ironic, it's hip. It's like, it's really funny, you know, like, because, you know, it's already gotten a good reaction from me wearing it. But I wanted to shout out my guy Evander. This is his brand. Hit him up on IG. It's Evander.1989. If not, I'll you know, I tagged it on my story. So, you know, go get a shirt, man. I really enjoy this. I like this whole slogan. I think it's funny. Like, I think it's really, really funny.
I'm gonna have the cop.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, man. He shouted us out too. So, you know, it's like, you know, when people you know are running businesses and you're cool with them, pay full price, man. Like, I don't understand why you would ask a discount. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I like the shirt. I like the slogan. It's moving. So yeah, check it out. All right. Yo, I'm still in the jokes. I'm still with the jokes, man.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
I'm still with the shits, man. I'm still with all the shits. Let's go. So, Mr. Wet-Ass P-Word is back. Or not that he's ever left. I'm going to keep clowning this dude, man, and we're going to keep adding him until he says something to me. You know, like, he going to have to block me, or we're going to make this man speak. I want to read a tweet, okay? So, after the whole thing, came to light about, what he said about WAP and everything, right? Everybody had their jokes. Everybody. It wasn't just us. And we told the same jokes that everybody else was probably telling, right? Okay. Right. His tweet reads, "I'm big enough to admit these fake tweets about me are clever, but they paint a very poor picture of my intimate relationship with my wife. You all know that I have 2 children, right? Paternity tested and everything. So you do the math." I hope that sounds like him. Like, that's something that I'm going to try to lab and work on a little bit more. That was kind of off the cuff.
That was pretty good, though.
All right, cool. Thank you. All right, I'm going to work on that. All right. Go first.
Bro. It's like, where do you even start with this shit, right? Like,
you do one and then I'll do one.
Fam.
Go.
You having children means what, bro?
They had sex twice.
That means what, bro? Like, people have created babies by sticking their dick through the hole in the sheets. People have created babies with test tubes, turkey basters. Bro, men have even abducted women, locked them in a basement, and had dozens of babies.
What's the name of that movie? Lights Out? That movie was dope.
Yeah.
I fuck with that movie. But yeah, when he pulled out the turkey base, I was like, nah, this is too far, bro, too far.
Like, bro, none of that means you have been having good sex at all.
And you can have 2 kids having trash sex. Like the box don't get wet and y'all just like moving inch by inch, a little something, you know what I mean? And,
hey, man, it's arguable depending on what you're into that it could
or
be
what you can tolerate. What the fuck?
Hey, man.
It probably would be the woman that would be like, you need to chill. Like, what the fuck? Like, yo, all right. So, yes, people have had children in strange ways. I think that you saying that you have 2 kids proves that you could have had sex twice.
Or not at all.
Or not at all. Here's the one. This is your wife. Why the fuck are you getting a paternity test, my guy? And why would that be in the tweet? Explain it. Make it make sense for me, Trills.
Bro, there's a future quote for this. Where does she belong, bro, if you have to run the test on your children, bro?
She belongs to the streets.
Absolutely.
Maybe that's what we should send him every day. Live look at your wife.
She belongs to the streets.
Come on, bro. The only time a man has ever questioned if the child was his is because the woman been out there moving it, fam. So
Ben Shapiro, don't change. Ben Shapiro and Boozy are high quality content right now.
Maybe she do have a WAP, man. Not just for him, not for him, but
Trills. If this man's talking about what they're regularly talking about on this song, which sounds all normal, that they have yeast infections based on that man don't know what the fuck is going on.
Nah.
And simple stuff would tell you that the wetter she gets, the more she likes you, or the more she's turned on by you, you fucking idiot. Like I don't understand, yo. Like I just don't understand, bro. Like, whatever.
The guy's an idiot, bro.
All right. I also want to get off a little rant real quick, Trills. So it seems like, and this isn't just when we started this, right? It always seems like whenever there's a white rapper that puts out any sort of song, right, that isn't Eminem, that isn't somebody moving, it's always this regular guy, low budget guy, something like that.
Particularly somebody that's not good, which is like, what the fuck?
Well, I think it's more the look than everything, because I think that when people send me this, they know, well, first of all, this guy that I'm about to talk about, I don't rap like him, never have, you know, like, and so, but I'm just saying, like, I think it's like, I'm used to being the one white guy in the room. I'm used to that. Like, you know, like, I know how to move, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's funny when they send me these videos, it's usually that. And it's usually some tall ass white boy. Right? You know, and they be like, damn, yo, you back rapping, yo. Like, I get that shit all the time, yo. This shit gotta stop, bro. Not every white rapper is me, and I'm not even white, yo. Like, I don't get it, man. Like, y'all gotta stop sending me this shit, okay? we'll cut this part up, but I want to play you something because I sent you the video already. But I want to play you the latest guy who's me now. What the fuck, man? But I got a 30-second clip of it. I just want you to listen, guys.
That bitch got 30 bodies, but you went on a date. I love my plug, so I gave him a plate. He's serving that pack at a very low rate. You asked for a gram, but I give you the shake. These diamonds are dripping, gushing like a lake. He see the Uzi, I turn all it take. I'm counting a ball, stacking up the cake. I'm in an Impala skirting from the Jake. Toast to a base Nas up in PG County. Clean like some Downey. Driver that sack like Jadavian Clowney. Price on his head, they looking for a bounty. Keeping an eye on like Robert Downey.
Junior.
Twitter talk. Okay, boomer.
Okay, boomer.
She give me brain. Call her a tutor. You talking that shit, all I hear is a rumor. Off of the shrooms, like call me a Uber. I love a bitch with a good sense of humor.
Yo, the bar.
Hold on.
Yeah, listen. That's called motherfucking bars, nigga. You know nothing about this.
Yo, listen. Break it down, though. Break it down, right? Give me that head. Call me a tutor. They talking that shit, but it's just a rumor. Off of the shrooms, I call me a Uber. I like a girl with a good sense of humor. Yo.
Yeah, listen. That's called motherfucking bars, nigga. You know nothing about this.
Trills. As much as people are trying to make fun of me or whatever and say that it's, and you need to cut the video up because it's better when you see him like rapping, like when you see him in the video, like it's better. It's better for sure.
Yeah.
First observation is that is kind of bouncy. Like that, you know, like, all right, so the way he's rapping, what he's rapping about is just normal stuff. But his inflection, the way that he's speaking is the way that he really speaks. Like
right.
He's not using any sort of accent. That's the way he's rapping.
Yeah.
Very much on beat, very much in line with what the content is. This record is not bad, Trills. It's really not.
I have to admit that I appreciate how authentically white it is.
Thank you. And that's what I like about it too. If you're going to be like that, then do it, you know, and you can still do these sort of records, right? And I agree. He's not trying to put up a front. He's talking about getting money, having sex, and getting drunk. That doesn't seem tough to me. Anybody can kind of do all three of those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just fucking sick of you guys, yo. Y'all ain't my friends, man. Like, this is
be
some
your
bullshit.
own people, bro.
It's true, yo. Like, yo, chill, yo. You gotta chill out, yo. When you get to Montclair, I was like, fuck y'all, man. I'm like, that's not me, bro. Like, dude is clean shaven. That's some bullshit, man. My God. All right. I think I have fun with that. Yeah, so let's close this shit up real quick.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Cool, yo. So, look, there was a lot of great new music that came out this week, man. So I think that we should talk about an album in particular that I really enjoyed. I didn't know if you got a chance to listen to, because I think I want to leave the Nas. The Nas, we'll leave that right at the end, and that'll tie right into, you know, what else we have going on here too, because the Nas conversations, you know, it's really big. This one, this is a lot to pull it. So, but I'm not certain if you heard the Duckworth album.
Yes.
Yo, I have listened to that album nonstop. I love it. The way the sounds come together, it's like a little Kaytranada, a little Pac, a little like, it's like all of these things fused together. I didn't even have to know who the kid was. Like, I forget, somebody was like, where's he from? I was like, I bet you it's Cali. And I looked it up, for sure, Los Angeles, you know? So, yes, this Duckworth album, guys, it's incredible, man. Like, I love it. The last 2 weeks, I have been given albums that I can't stop listening to. You know, Boldy and this. Like, it's for as crazy as this year has been extremely solid with releases week after week after week.
The artists have been blessing us, bro.
Yes.
For sure.
For sure. Yeah, I just wanted to see what else you thought of it too, man. It's there's not many skips, if one, maybe two.
Right.
I don't even know.
Right.
Like,
nah, man, it's a really good album, man. I gave it one full listen because, you know, obviously I've been occupied with
everything.
And with another album in particular.
For sure.
But and Boldy, that hasn't stopped. But yeah, bro, like sonically amazing, bro. And you're right, like you don't like I'm riding, going to work and shit, and like there weren't any times where I'm like and like trying to hit the skip on it, bro. Right. So I'm excited to listen to it some more, bro. Like, I got to get back to it. Although, here we go. Friday, we get another really good release. So,
can we just, all right, so let's do this now. Tomorrow, Calvin Harris is dropping, Ty Dolla's dropping, Westside Gunn's dropping, and The Lox is dropping.
Yep.
Oh.
It's gonna be a busy
tomorrow. Look, man. Calvin Harris won me over with the last album, that wave sound shit. Like, and I think he did everybody else. Like, he just put all the hip hop people on it and everything. Yeah. And it just that album is it front to back. Like, you can play that like at a barbecue and you'd be good. Like, and then here we go with fucking Griselda runs the world, bro. I don't know, man. They're not gonna stop. And then you know how I feel about Ty Dolla, man. So tomorrow's gonna be a good day. But yeah, so that's the thing. It's like these weeks are jam packed with artists and these quality projects, man. Like it's just one after another, man. Like and this is it's a double-edged sword. There's a lot of music for us to enjoy, but then albums are gonna get lost in the sauce week after week when this keeps coming out. So like. It's a give and take. We get it at the blink of an eye, but it goes that fast too.
Right.
So yeah, the Duckworth album, incredible, guys. I would highly advise you guys check that out. So I wanna, before we talk about Nas's album, I want to really, really, really congratulate Hit Boy.
Yes. What a run.
Right now he's on an amazing run. Did you hear the news today?
No.
There's another album that he's producing for one person.
Really?
Do you know who?
Who was that?
Benny the Butcher.
Come on, bro.
You are watching something very legendary this run right here. Very legendary.
Yo, something happened during that versus Hit Boy was in.
I think he feels disrespected. I think that he feels like he's not discussed in the way that he should because he came in this game smoking.
Yeah.
And I think that he's out for everything that you forgot about.
Yeah.
This Nas album is incredible. And what you and you said, and I agreed with you. You said it. Hit Boy has to lean closer to Nas, not pull Nas in, right? Move towards him, but don't pull him out of that pocket. Go to him with the production and let him work. That's exactly what we got here, man. It's great that he's so aware to understand where to put artists in what pockets.
Yep.
That's the sign of someone who is really at the top of their game right now, man.
Yep.
Big Sean and that Nipsey record. That's a song of the year right now. I'm sorry, man. And I'm gonna tell you why. First of all, I'm not even gonna act like I was on Nipsey before he passed or anything like that. Like I heard Victory Lap, and you can tell that this verse is from that time because he was again ascending, right? Like he's going up, like as an artist, right? Yo, he was born in the C-section. This verse, and then the mystique of everything around it too. It's just like, this is the best song of the year. This is song of the year right here. It made my top 5. I'm sure it's in yours. But yeah, it's incredible, man. And then Big Sean, what Big Sean's talking about is very important. Like I think that I'm waiting for Detroit 2, again, produced by Hit Boy. Detroit 1 is his best project for me. Fully, and that's not an album. But Big Sean talking about after what happened to Nipsey, I called Kendrick. We both realized there wasn't even anything there. He goes, that's what happens with egos and you don't communicate. That's real shit. And that's life advice. That's not a rapper talking down to you or telling you anything. This is life shit right here. Yep. That's life advice.
Yep.
That's probably Big Sean's best verse ever.
Oh, 100%. That bar about fighting over where you from and it's not where you from and you don't really know where you like. Let me say another thing, man. Again, we said in an Instagram post, actually even here, we said like this is not a Griselda stan account. This is also not a Jay-Z stan account, but you are looking at rappers rap about shit that Hove allowed people to be able to rap about. Like, y'all could get on Twitter and talk about Hove's old man bars and all the shit you want, but it's literally elevating hip-hop and helping us age gracefully and not look goofy. Like, this is easily a top-tier Big Sean verse.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah. And just the production. Like, I just want to make sure that people understand what you're watching with Hit Boy right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of happened, like, I realized it during the Nas album. Like, when I was listening to it, I was like, oh shit, like this is like, and then like I said, the tweet just came out. Benny's like, yeah, my shit is produced by Hit Boy.
Yeah, man.
Like,
impeccable run, and I'm glad that versus happened because, bro,
ain't nobody touching him right now as far as these beats go, man. Like, it's not right now. Like, he's on that sort of run right now, man. It's just refreshing, man. And he, like, again, like somebody who's able to, he's not even reinventing himself. I think he's just reintroducing himself to everybody because, like I said, I think everybody just kind of forgot, right? Like, everybody swears that it's just, you know, him working on the throne and like not really doing anything after that. That's not true at all, you know?
At all.
He kind of understated himself. Like, y'all forget, he does Travis records, you know, he's on Astro World. Like, he did Sicko Mode. Like, that's in his sleep. That's in his bag. Then this Nas album's in his bag. But let's talk about Nas.
And bro, he has a fucking, if I'm not being too hasty, he has a top 5 Nas album in his bag.
Yeah, he does. He does. And now that's what I kind of wanted to ask you. I think we should talk about Nas now. I'm happy for you, Nas. I really am, man. Like, you needed this. You definitely needed this album. You needed one more of these albums in this stage of your career to reinforce things that we already knew, but also tip the people who are on the fence for whatever reason about how they view you in this game. Come on, Trills. You know what I'm talking about.
I know.
Yeah. Like, there's people that, you know, like call him washed and everything. And look, like I said, I was very skeptical. I was not a fan of these more recent you know, releases from him and everything. And I went right in and I love it, man. And Nas is at a place right now where, again, he's speaking to you about real things, but he's not force feeding you. It still sounds as good as it does because he's in a beautiful space in this album, like all over it. And it flows perfectly. My favorite record, you know, I'm a sucker for the girl records, but the joint with Sean and Don Toliver, again, Sean's on a run. Sean's on a run too. This is all happening at the right time. Like, again, Hit Boy feels like you don't talk about him. Sean feels like you don't talk about him. You know, like, this is all happening. So, you know, happy for Nas, man. Love the album. That's what you've probably been listening to more than Duckworth, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you, man. I really don't blame you. I'm really happy for both of those guys. And yeah, man, Hit Boy, Griselda's putting something out in the next, like, 2 weeks, every week or whatever. Didn't Conway just drop a joint?
Yeah.
With Days? Did that make your 5? You know it did. No?
I thought about it, man, but my 5 is a little. I
didn't put it on there either because of the same thing. Like, I don't want to make it seem like we are just like, we might as well just turn this shit into the Griselda pod. Like,
yeah, it's like let's shake it up a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. We're on the same boat there with that. So yeah, man, Hit Boy, man, this is exciting, man. This is great to watch people, you know, the valleys and peaks of their careers, and you get to watch. And with Big Sean, if Big Sean can really deliver here with Detroit too, then I think that people really need to start recognizing him the way that I feel like he should be recognized. Yeah. Because he is an incredible rapper. He is. And I think that people for whatever reason don't talk about him the same way. Mm-hmm. And, you know, like I said, I think Sean's trying to say something now, you know, with all this. Like, again, he's in a good space. He's back with, you know, his lady. That's when you're happy, you probably make, you know, well, that depends. Some people will say that when you're happy, you make some trash music, but I feel like he's going to be in his in his best space because he's happy where he is in life, and I think that he's taken his time away to kind of reflect, and I think he's really about to come with something impactful. So I'm all ears for Detroit too, and I think that once this comes out, then we can really present the argument that Big Sean is one of these top tier guys out of the newer guys for sure, even though we shouldn't have to.
Right.
I have a question for you because you sent it to me. Is there anybody in this game besides Azalea Banks that shoots themselves in the foot publicly more than Wale?
Maybe not, man.
We're doing this again with the you're not posting my shit.
At least he was a little more lighthearted about it this time, but it's still the same.
I felt like it hurt more because he was saying it that way or whatever. Because he's trying to play it as a joke. That shit, it's like, you know, the guy who's got the smiley face and he's crying behind it or whatever. Like that, like that's what that was for him, man.
It's like, bro, did you forget when you were a local artist? Because shit, man, like artists know the struggle of nobody.
Let's talk to him. So look,
man.
So look, right? You make music, I make music. We create content now. Not all of my friends listen to my podcast.
Right.
My friends don't post my podcast.
Right.
I don't care. I don't want you to post my shit because we're friends.
Right.
Post that shit because you believe in it.
Right.
And if you don't, we still friends.
Right.
Like, I've never understood that. I've never understood. Begging people to do shit for me or like to post my shit, I've never understood that shit. Like, I'll sit on my laurels and have no one post my shit and feel fine.
Yes.
Because I'm not going to beg anybody to like my shit. Art doesn't need to be begged for you to like it, you know, or for you to stand behind it.
Right.
People are going to stand behind what they want to stand behind, whether you ask them or not. And that's really how you should take it.
I mean, look, man, we know most human beings, right, operate off hype, right? No matter what it is. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's music. I don't care if it's like visual art. I don't care what it is, bro. People are going to talk about and share things that they think other people will talk about and share, and they could be a collective thing because that's what hype is, right? There's a small percentage of people that go hard for the things that they personally like, and it's just all about because they like it. That's a small percentage of people, and that's a special kind of person. Most people are followers, fam, and they're only going to share what other people are sharing because that's the follower personality.
Is the best way that I could put it, and this is the way that I always talked about it. When I was rapping. Don't nobody want to build nothing. They just want to join something.
Absolutely.
So that's pretty much it. Wale, I thought you would have figured this shit out. You're a very smart guy, man. You are in a space right now where you're making the best music you've ever made yourself too. And we continue to have just this discussion about it. It makes it hard because I actually planted my flag for Wale, and you know the internet hate is out of control. So it influences your friends' thinkings when you guys talk about it, because you know how you know? Because they use the same exact internet quotes that everybody uses, the same blanket statements that don't apply all the time. And that's the part that I'm just like, listen, man, if you can rip him down and you don't like him because your own reasons, cool. Do not be swayed by jokes and what people say, even if they might have a point. Blanket statements very rarely are like, I don't understand that one with Wale. It's just like once you come with one of those poet jokes, I already know off the rip that I'm just like, all right, whatever, because he is. But the problem is that I feel like all these things in public and they continue to happen, even still. Like he's in the game for so long.
Here's the thing, man. Like people, like you have to measure your success and your satisfaction on something realistic and something tangible, and like you need to do that. Like people talked about you enough, bro, to get the attention of Jerry Seinfeld and to get the attention of Rick Ross, and you're doing okay. Like just even for me, like just to like be rapping, right, and to locally, right, and just to have like Tretch be like, yo, I want you to put a verse here, or like, that's enough. Like, at some point, like, something has to be enough.
Right.
Because if it's not that, then it'll never be enough.
I think that if you don't understand what exactly you're striving for, then you won't enjoy the ride. And every moment that leads up to it is the best moment, and until the next one, right? Like, and I think that's, and realistically, what I found about when I was making music was that I was doing it for those feelings themselves, right? Like to see someone's eyes light up when they listen to my music, they really enjoy it. Like, they're not telling me, oh, it was cool, like,
right.
Or like, those moments where we have those big shows and things like that, like that doesn't sound like success to someone else.
Right.
But when you understand where like we started all that shit from the ground up by ourselves or whatever, and then we get to those moments by working, those are the moments that you cherish. And that's how you really gauge whether you were a success. Like, did you have fun while you were doing it? And I had a fucking blast. And that's all that really fucking matters.
Exactly.
All right. But yeah, Wale, cut the shit, man. Just like, and right now, bro, right now, like right now, come on, man. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. So, you want to do a retro review?
Let's get it.
I like it because we didn't hype this one up, and this one's kind of under the radar. I really like this one. I really do. So we are going to review Young Bucks Straight Outta Cashville. Remember when they all had the same exact, like, Photoshop, like, green screen, like, Hunger for More? Lloyd Banks on this side.
Yeah,
man.
Young
Bucks, like, on this side, on the other.
Yeah, man.
Whatever. And then the G-Unit one, they're all, like, right there with the guns and shit. And it's like, y'all just had a guy. I know a guy.
Yeah. They just paste the building behind you, paste the
that shit, like, see, look, that cover, that tells you about a time. You see a Master P cover, that tells you what time. Like Cash Money, you know what the time is. So that's where we should start, I think, with this, right? So this is during an incredible run for G-Unit.
Yeah.
Like, hottest in the world. Yayo's not even around anymore, right? He's in jail.
Yeah.
All this game shit is done, and now everybody's opening up. 50 has a formula, right? The first single, I'm gonna be on it. That's gonna be the one that's gonna put you up, and then and we'll work the other records. He'll be on 2 records on your shit probably, and those will probably be the ones that everybody really likes.
Yeah.
This album for me, Trills, after listening to it, this is the best G-Unit solo album. I mean, after Get Rich, from the ancillary, let me rephrase and let me start over. This is the best G-Unit solo album from Lloyd Banks, Yayo. Wait. Doesn't count, right? Are we counting the game?
We gotta count documentary.
So it's the second best one then.
I agree. I think this is the third best G-Unit album.
Get Rich,
documentary, but
Straight Outta Cashville.
Absolutely. Agreed.
And I think that's an unpopular opinion from where we're from.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Right? Because that Lloyd Banks album, so many people hold close because that's the peak, right? Like, that's peak Banks.
Right.
Buck, I always felt this when I was younger. Just because the album, like, now that I listen to it again, because I just listened to it, like, right before we jumped on, so I got it, like, fresh now. It still sounds great.
Yep.
Like, it's not dated. It's dated, but it's not dated. I don't know how to explain it, right? The 50 hook, I'm a bona fide hustler. Yeah. It sounds like that time, but it doesn't sound dated somehow. So now this album for me is crossing over into timeless, right? Because I'm not put off by this. There aren't many skips.
No.
That's one of like the second tier better songs on the whole shit actually too.
Yeah.
Honestly, now that when I go back and listen to it, like, that was like one of the ones that it's like I almost skipped that one because I was like, I heard this song 800 million times. Everybody used to just drive around or whatever, and we had just got out of work. We weren't hustling anything. Like, just moving up. Dudes, idiots would be just driving around with like one beer and like passing around a blunt, and then we'd have to go like right back home. Like,
yeah.
But yeah, Go ahead. I can keep talking, but go ahead, man. I don't want to take up all the time.
Bro, this is one of those albums, bro, where you kind of like just get taken into, like, you feel like you're in Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's important. That's important for albums that stand the test of time and that become something even worth looking at during its anniversary, right? Is that what did it give us? What did it provide? What did it add, right? And this really does that, man. It's one of those like gangsta albums that actually still kind of have something to say, that puts a specific place on the map. And that's usually what we always talk about with classic albums, and this doesn't get that, and that's really unfortunate because it should be talked about more.
Sure. Keep going.
A lot of bangers here, bro. A lot of really fucking good songs, bro. And bro, I was listening to this and I was like, oh shit.
Forgot.
Bro, like, yo, bro, I was like, Stat Quo. Like,
right. And then who's the guy from G Unit that was giving G Unit? The guy from D12 that was giving everybody those singing hooks.
Another thing, like, bro, like, he should use that more, Mr. Porter. Like,
Mr. Porter, yep.
Like, bro, like, the rapping with D12, bro, like, whatever, bro. Like, you could have been Nate Dogg.
Yo, but his production was crazy, man. Like, a lot of people forget about him, man. And there was a lot of people that he gave beats to. You remember Black Rob's second album? She's a pro. She's a lady in your eyes. I took her to the hotel too.
Yo, Mr. Porter is a talented fucking guy, bro.
Right, definitely. And then it's the melodies and everything too, because like he doesn't even. It's not even that he can really like necessarily sing, but it just works. Like and you know, and then the production that he just. You're right. It's true. I mean, if you're able to put all that together, then you have to be talented. Like you're not gonna stumble into that.
For sure, bro.
All right, let's run through it. I'm a soldier. Do it like me. Let me in as hard as fuck. Even still, man. Yup, that shit's still hard.
Yo, how gangster is the hook, bro?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah. The 50's on that too, right?
Mm-hmm.
50 led single. 50 on another song, Bonafide Hustler. Wash, rinse, repeat. I think he was on Yayo shit a lot. Because Yayo shit, remember that shit came out, that shit had like 38 songs. I was like, all right, bro, like, let's slow this shit down, yo. I just wanted to hear pimping.
Yeah,
man. Welcome to the South. I forgot. Yeah. That one came on. I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
This album even has mystique. Hip-hop mystique. Stories that people tell about how songs are being made. And you know exactly where I'm going with this.
Yep.
When hip-hop wasn't bitch made. So, Stomp is on here, but Stomp does not have the original verses that it used to have on it. The street leaked version. Looking on YouTube now, what a time to be alive for you to be able to do that, because it was very hard for us to track down back in the day.
Yeah, man.
We had to have people tell us secondhand. We had to read articles.
Man.
Like if you got a chance to hear it, it was after like the Napster age. Like, you know, like after that, like when you were able to just really like reel shit in, like you were able to pull it in.
Hope your bootlegger maybe had a mixtape that might have had that version on.
Exactly, and I think that's really where it was, because the one that I had, the Cannon, that shit's all over it. I'm just like, bro, I can't hear this shit, man. Like that drop was poorly timed. Why didn't they tell Don Cannon that?
Yeah.
Cannon, step back. But so for what you guys, you know, Trills knows where I'm going with this. So the original had T.I. and Ludacris on it. Now, what happened there was, this is during, so remember we talked about T.I. said, I'm king of the South, and people were like, yeah, he is. You know, he got it. Luda ain't like that shit.
Yeah, man.
And for you to know that you're getting on a record with him, and then you diss him on it, and then he gets wind of it, and he disses you back on it, That's incredible.
Yeah,
and you'll never get shit like that ever again in your life.
Nope.
Ever.
Nope.
Mythical stories around a record elevates the time, the way you can play it, and it automatically, when you hear Stomp, you automatically are reminded of that.
Yep.
Stay off the TIP of my dick.
Yeah. Come on, bro. Special moments, bro.
When hip hop was not bitch made. Don't say that. Don't do that. I don't like that. He's my friend.
Complain about somebody throwing shots just for you to drop a song later and throw a subliminal after you complained about it.
Right, exactly. But yeah, man, this album is great, man. It really is. And now, like I said, now that I think about it, yes, it's Get Rich. Yes, it's a documentary. And yes, it's Straight Outta Cashville. Yeah. I really was just, I don't know for what reason, I just don't consider Game G-Unit. Even if I shouldn't consider Young Buck if that's the rules, right? Because they don't get along at all.
I mean, Buck, only had one more G-Unit album in the game?
Buck the World?
Yeah. I
want to listen to that too, yo. I should have had some shit on it. Wait a minute, it did. You try to play me serious, but you think I'm a fool. I do the bad singing on purpose, guys. Like, I'm not trying to sing or whatever. I ain't fucking with you. All right. Yes, this is a great album, man. Like, and it still stands the test of time. Like, what year? What year is this? So let's put a cap on it real quick. What's the year we got on?
Gotta be 04, right?
You think so?
I think.
Let's see. I'm gonna pull it up right now. That sounds accurate. Let me take a look. It is 04. Wow, well done, man. You know, I'm gonna use you on for a lifeline. Is that a thing still? Lifeline? Whatever. Fuck out of here. But yeah, man. You know, and other albums that came out during this time, I guess we could fill up a little bit of time because like we're kind of moving at a good pace. So I think it's like the same week, 2 other albums came out. I don't know if you haven't got a chance to listen to them or whatever, but it's interesting to go back and I listened to them both because it's the time period, right? The first Neptune's album.
The Clones?
Yes. And Juelz's first album.
Yeah, what? Damn.
Juelz's first album came out in 2003, and it was like the same week that Straight Outta Cashville came out, and that was its anniversary. I swear to God, I was about to say 25 years, and like I don't know what it is about every anniversary that makes it 25, even if it's a year. I'm just like, damn, this shit 25 years old. 6 months, bro. But yeah, I wanted to maybe get your take on at least on how you remember these albums. We'll start with Juelz's album.
I mean, come on, bro. You know where we live, bro. Like you couldn't stop Juelz. Man, that shit.
Isn't it a shame that we don't talk about Juelz the way that we should?
It is a shame, man. I wish, but you know, I hate to say it, but it's of his construction. I wish he hadn't gone the way that he has, man. It's unfortunate because bro had
it all. He had it all. Like the women loved him. The dudes listened to him. The dudes wanted to dress like him. He got fly. The girls, and like the way he rapped, like at that time, it was very unconventional for us because you always got to remember Harlem over everything. Harlem moves and then shit moves. You know what I'm saying? Like, and yeah, man, when Santana's Town came out, you know, it was. It's crazy, man, because it's like you got to remember that time period too, right? Like this is a time in hip hop. G-Unit, Diplomats, D-Block. You're talking about 3 collectives that are putting out incredible music at the same time, in the same city, and for the most part, everybody getting along except 50. Like 50 didn't do no songs with nobody and he ran this shit too. Like that's also like what you guys need to know. Like he didn't do no songs with nobody. He didn't get nobody's cosign. I mean the Eminem cosign I'm talking about, but he didn't get no like real New York cosign from no dudes because he didn't come out here asking for friends. Mm-hmm. But this is a time when during New York history when I'm not certain that we can really put together like 3 groups like that are so like even to this day we still hold near and dear, like Dipset, G-Unit, D-Block.
Yeah, bro. I mean, shit. You could throw State Prop in there. Like, That was a crazy time, bro. Like we had.
Oh wait, what the hell am I talking about? Rockefeller exists during this time.
Yeah, like yeah. I mean, you had core Rockefeller, you had Dip, you had State Prop, you had. It's crazy, bro. Like you said, D-Block G Unit, it was insane. The only thing close to this might be 95
That's what
era.
I
I
was
mean,
thinking.
you
Like
got
we'd have to say
Wu-Tang.
Bad Boy, Wu-Tang, Mobb Deep, Tribe, like those are all from the same. See, but
Right.
then again, I feel like this is the thing about comparing the eras, right? Our era now, and even then, is much more watered down. And what I mean by that is there's more people making music because you can make it easily.
Right. Right.
Then, it was you had to be talented. You had to have money for studio time. Like there were no laptops and stuff. So that's why the cream rose to the crop. Like
Right.
off the bat, there. And while we have influential people in our time, there was a lot of bullshit. There is a lot of bullshit because there is a lot of music.
Yeah.
So it's like comparing like Babe Ruth playing in the fucking with no color TVs, and then he gets to see like somebody from our era come up there and throw like 103. We'll see what your fat ass is doing with that. Like like I know that that's like natural. I know that I'm probably gonna get killed for that because I'm sure Babe Ruth is like crazy talented, but
I mean he was, but I mean it's accurate, man.
Yeah.
There's a Bill Burr bit about that.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, well, he's the man. I see him live or whatever. He's the man. But yo, look. So this Jewel's album, right? You said like you really like remember it, like listening to it. I do too. I gotta tell you, man. Just like the same way that I was just talking about how Straight Outta Cashville sounds good. I don't think this sounds super dated for me. This album sounds dated. The same sped up sample,
right?
Rhyme scheme,
right?
The songs are memorable, the ones that I like, but yeah, there's a lot of these songs that don't land anymore.
But that Diplomats era is chock full of that. I mean,
Heatmakers.
Yeah, that's not. That era doesn't have my favorite Cameron albums.
Well, it's the later ones.
Yeah, like.
What is your favorite Cameron album?
It's tough, but I really like SDE, believe it or not.
Really?
Because Confessions of a Fire is still good.
You know what I'm gonna say?
What's that?
Come Home With Me.
I think Come Home With Me is good. It's not my favorite though.
Okay. You like the newer ones though?
I think Cam has gotten better. I think Cam was really good. I think when Dips got crazy, heated up, I think he kind of ran the Ned Flanders rap into the ground. And like now, I think he's gotten better.
The Ned Flanders, I like it.
I think Oakley Dokley.
Hookily. Yo, I remember the first time I heard that shit on Get 'Em Girls, and I was like, what the fuck was that, yo? Like, my hands started shaking. Like the backpacker in me, because that's like I at my heart, I'm still that. Like, I'm never gonna change that. It's just that now, like, I like to hear the ignorant shit. You know what I mean? But like, my hand was shaking when I heard that shit. I was just like, I'm trying to write rhymes in my room and I can't do it because at that time it's like I'm trying just to get it going or whatever, and it's like, and this dude is saying some bullshit right now. Like,
I mean, they were all fire, bro, and they worked for the time. But I think even Cam knows that he couldn't continue to do that, right? No.
So, but I got to understand what it was, Like I got it, It's like it's not like I was against it. I'm a huge Dipset fan, like and I used to be the only one. Like all of my friends around me, like Please and all them, anytime they bring up Dipset, they're like, yo, and he likes Dipset. I'm like, and y'all don't. I'm like, so I don't even I don't know what we're doing here. Like you're not just about to put me in a corner. You're the weird one.
Yeah.
We need to have Please on here to talk about that. I think we're gonna maybe for the 20th show, which is the next one, we should bring his ass on here and roast him because he said the Nas album is whack too.
What?
Yo, Trills. I text him and I was like, yo, this shit hard. He texts me back, you bugging. Me. And I'm like, bro, I was like, anytime these Nas albums come out and they're not that good, I text you first and I laugh at you.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm texting you, telling you I think this shit is hard. And he's like, no, it's not at all. He said He said the Don and Big Sean song is aight. That's the only one. I'm like, bro.
How many times, please, listen to the album so far?
He's a Nas stan. He listened to that shit 2-3 times, yo, and it didn't take me no 2-3 times to get it.
Nah.
We got to get him on here. He has to explain the Dipset hate, and he has to explain why he doesn't like this album. Oh, man, this 20th one is going to take like 4 hours. Oh, fuck that. I'm going to send a text. We're going to make it happen. We're going to do that. Like, I think we'll link up with him because I know he wants to do it too or whatever, but I need to get some answers. Like, this shit is enough's enough.
But, I'm not mad at you for saying that this sounds dated because it does.
Yeah.
And let's be realistic, guys. There are albums that were good at the time that sound dated. If you listen to Mace albums, like, come on. I mean,
yeah. It's true. It and not everything ages like that well. Like, when we tell you guys about when we pick and choose these albums, like when we do Only Build, when we do Infamous, like these albums are going to be around forever. Like, we want to talk about that, like, so it's not all of it though. Not all of it's like that, like not everything from that time. Like that's the part I think that the younger generation has issues with us, is that there's a section of us that is just like, nah, all your shit is whack. All this shit is hard. You don't know anything. And that's not fair.
You can't tell them the whole era was great.
No.
And then they pick up this Santana album or like Double Up. Like if they pick up Double Up because we said that whole era was fire, they never listening again, bro. Like, we got to be honest.
Give him G-Dep's first album, or like, you know what I'm saying? Let's see how he reacts, Yeah. I think an album that I can't wait to find out the anniversary that I want to talk about, that's probably like from the Bad Boy era, that one right there is Black Rob's first album.
Oh, yeah.
Still, like, I don't think that that album will never get Is Just Do, ever.
That was a great run for them. I think Shine's first album is one of my favorite albums of all time. Shine's first album, Depp's first album, Rob's first album. Bad Boy was doing like really fucking good at that time.
But yeah, I think that Black Rob album, I don't think that, you know why? Because that Black Rob album, I remember having it like, I want to say like 6 months before, like I was in Times Square and somebody was like, you want the new Black Rob? And I was like, what this shit got on it? This shit had like 19 songs and it was like almost every one. The only song that I didn't have when the album actually did release like months later was they added that the Little Kim record. Dumb Espacio.
Yeah, that's my shit, bro.
See? All right, but that whole album, like, like that album's incredible actually. So so the Jewels one, yeah, like that's how I feel about it. But then the Neptunes one, I really was interested to go back and look on because I remember loving this album.
Yeah.
All right. It's still good, man. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't, like, you know what's crazy? Again, this is dated. This is the Neptunes opening it up, right? Like, like really like trying to do different shit on here, right?
Yeah.
So their first album, Light Your Ass on Fire is fire.
Yeah.
Blaze of Glory. It Wasn't Us, the Luda and I-20 joint.
Yeah.
And somebody went bankrupt, but it wasn't us. Frontin'.
Come on, what can you say?
The Nelly joint, If.
Uh-huh.
Hey, bro, this beat is fruit. What y'all know about Roscoe, man? Y'all youngsters don't know nothing about. Y'all don't know nothing about that, y'all youngsters.
So let's talk about unorthodox rapping.
What is it? I scared the shit out of a bank teller so I can leap real quick. Give me that. Oh my God, I love that song. I was so happy when that part came. I was like, oh, this is the shit. And but it go hot, waist, desert, taste, 4 pounds of metal, triangle shape, hesitate, never. All right, see, this is like, what is it? Lord Willing, I think, came out last week too.
Oh, yeah.
That kind of should have been one of those ones that we should have really talked about too, because
absolutely,
this is like on the heels of that. Like that's like right on the heels of that.
Yep.
People loving that album and then push it when he's on this and he destroys the shit when he starts. Like he kind of put people in a bad spot after that verse. It is fucking crazy, man. Don't make push Russian roulette. Gamble with your life. Change came from cocaine I've measured. I don't know why I know the whole shit, White was the treasure, comfort was the steel. I pedaled to the corner like a child on a big wheel. See, you know what's crazy about that? That's simple. But it's just that, like, it's right there in front of you, and he just spits it in that way on this shit. Like, he just went off on that verse. It blows my mind. The Snoop record. Like, these are a lot of great records. Like,
it's a fantastic Snoop record, bro.
And then you get that little section of the NERD songs. You know, the Loser has clips on it. Family, rock and roll and rock. See, again, that's unorthodox too, but that's that VA shit. You know who loves that shit? Chris. Chris would be going nuts right now if we were talking about this album, yo. Donna Dons, you got Supercat and Jada, Hot Damn. Put 'em Up. I love that Nori song. I don't care how ridiculous that song is. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Yo, Dirt McGirt. Guess who's home? Guess who's home? Guess who's home?
Yeah, man.
I wish I was in the studio. I would just like be watching him, like just doing it. Oh. And then, you know, the Popular Thug, that's Khalees and Nas. That's when they kind of like, you know, first met. So like this album is really fucking good, even still, man. Like that's crazy, man. Like I was so happy going back and listening to it. Again, the Neptunes, man. But all right. You want to do your 5 picks? Because they're going to chop our heads off if we don't.
Well, yeah. I mean, shit.
Yeah. They be killing us. Where the picks at? I'm like, yo, relax, yo. I'm like, I didn't even know y'all had a title. I thought I was the only one.
Well, see, that's why I thought about it, right? Because I was like, somebody had hit me when I put them in the story and shit the other time.
Yeah.
And I was like, told them that you have like the title shit on Tidal and it's listed. And the person was like, I don't have Tidal. And I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
these now.
We got to figure out this Apple Music thing too, the way to do it or whatever. Because, yo, people be on my head about it, man. So I just I put it in a note, like right there at the end. I'll say, make sure you pick 5. So you go first, though. I know we're gonna have a song together on
here. Yeah, because there's one that I just can't drop off. Like I knew you would have it too, but I felt like it was necessary for both to give the.
Well, it's the Deep Reverence record. Yeah, there you go. That's on there. Like I just told you it's Song of the Year so far, and it's August. So, and I don't really see any song like coming with impact now. You're gonna have to come with something really hard right now, because this is baked in our mind towards the end of the year. Like when we go back and we list all the albums, this song is gonna be baked in our mind still because it just came out in August. So good.
Yep.
Good. That's one.
So yeah, I think like I had to pick something that was like kind of fitting right to the time and shit and everything going crazy. Not to mention there's been like all this hurricane shit happening, right? So I was on Twitter and there was like a video of these like musicians in New Orleans like packing all their shit up and like trying to like secure it, right? So that they didn't lose everything. And they were talking about like how important music is to the city. So I was like, yeah, yo, like it just made me like go back to like a Southern album that feels like that to me. So even though it's an old song, Hold On, Alabama Shakes is like I've been playing that. And that, goddamn, like it just like reminds me of how crazy Britney's voice is, like insane.
I remember the picks don't have to be new songs. Like if you feel I've taken older songs too. Like if we're saying that these are 5 songs that we're listening to right now.
Right. Lord Finesse redid some Motown songs. Like Motown gave him some songs to like remix. A while ago, the first song that was released was one of Marvin Gaye's songs, and like I was listening to that so crazy, and like I had to like record myself because you know how I am with Marvin Gaye, right?
Right.
I threw that up on the gram, but the album was released, and he did "I Wanna Be Where You Are" over Michael Jackson's song, so that makes the list.
Can't wait to listen to that.
Gotta drop into the Nas bag, man.
Go for it.
Full circle, bro.
Yeah, that's the shit. That's the shit.
Bro.
Yeah, that's the shit. I got stuck between that one, 27 Summers, and I still like the Don and so the Don and Big Sean one made mine. Like I picked that one. I felt like I was gonna go easy, like for the. So I didn't really like go into one of the harder ones because that's the easy ass song, man. That song is fucking dope. Don killed that fucking hook, man.
Yeah, man.
Don shit's dope, man. I think people just don't get it like just yet, but they'll see.
Yeah.
Keep going though.
I gotta point out how fucking good. I mean, Nas rapped his ass off here, bro. AZ still sounds fucking amazing. He has been sound. AZ has never ever lost it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Ever. And
just consistent. Like he's like right across the board. Like
you can't even count the amount of albums he's
right.
released.
That's true.
But Fox.
I knew you were gonna go there with it, and that's the first thing I thought about. I was like, "Oh, Trills is going in right now, losing it,
bro." Yeah, all right, Inga's voice isn't the same anymore, but let's take into account that she couldn't hear.
Yeah.
Right. So now she's still working with impaired hearing.
Yeah.
But the bars, bro, the cadence, I don't think people understand how brilliant of a rapper she is.
Yeah.
I think people really need to genius her lyrics because people, I don't know what it is, but fantastic song, bro. And for Dre to pop up on it, I was fucking shocked. Really shocked.
Crazy, right?
Really shocked.
That's dope, man. I mean, look, all you guys are at a point that you should be doing shit like this, right? Like y'all all just need to be linking up and just just like you have nothing left to prove to all of us at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Next joint is Simply Done, Armani Caesar and Benny.
Mm-hmm. I knew you were gonna pick that one too.
Really hard, bro.
Yo, West comes out tomorrow, yo. Oh my god, bro.
It's insane, bro. We said it already, right? We said it a million times how crazy this run is, but
yeah, oh my god,
it just is what it is.
Benny and Hit next, yo. Conway, Conway dropped the record too, man. Oh my fucking god, bro.
Crazy.
You're getting bombarded. Like this is it's in your face, and it's not in a bad way at all. Like it's just I don't feel it getting stale.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that Boldy James album is incredible.
Yeah, yeah, man.
Oh man, so that's 5. You got your 5?
Yeah, you already know the Sean and Nip joint is my 5.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I knew that's on there. So yeah, that's 1 off of mine. So I'm just gonna do 4. I did put Replace Me. The Nas, the Sean and Don shit. That Don killed that shit, man. That shit's just hard. That's like that. That's like the easiest song to listen to, especially when you're driving around and shit. So, I picked Find a Way, the last record on the Duckworth album, man. Holy shit, man. I was doing some fake workout. That shit pushed me through it, bro. Like for real, seriously though. Like because you focusing on the music, you don't even focus in on how tired you are. You just all right, just get through it and
right.
The African rhythms and all the influences all over that shit. That shit is incredible. The way the beat builds and everything too, man. It's all those same sort of K-Tronada 80 sounds. It's the African rhythms, right. And it has that Los Angeles feel all over it. That's where I feel like I think I'm getting the pack thing from.
Right.
Yeah, that Deep Reverence, man. I just that shit. I be looking at people hard, yo. When I walk past people, man, I'm gonna go for a walk, yo. Sango, who I don't know if you guys know, he's a producer from overseas, but he chops up Brazilian samples. He produced No Chill.
Right.
He has a new album coming out, but he just dropped a new song called Kalimba Funk. This shit is dope, man. Just the way he puts it all together and he puts the drums over it. I don't know. I've been this week, I've been on my Like I'm trying to mix it up. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like I wanted to come with some different shit this time. Like as soon as I heard the Sean and Nip joint, I was like, fuck. I was like, well, there's one. You know?
Yeah, that I had. Yeah.
Right. Like me leaving that off is irresponsible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then the fifth song, what I got here? What am I gonna pick? I was gonna put that White Boy song or whatever because I know exactly who he is. By the way, he's since '99. And homeboy, if you want to come on here and talk, I'd love to talk to you, man. Like I'd love to like dig into like what exactly you want to do. Like not even jokingly, like not like unironically, like legit. Like I got to listen to some of your shit, and I finally found out like because people just sent me the video clip, and I'm like, all right, so now I got to look this dude up and see like exactly who he is, and I found him. And his name is Since '99. The record's called Immaculate. I don't know why I'm not putting this record in there. I'm just like don't listen to it or whatever, but you know what I mean. I think the one that I'm gonna put in here is this new Robert Glasper record with her. It's called Better Than I Imagined. I actually just heard it like today.
Yeah.
Man, you know what's funny about her? Anytime I hear her music, goodness gracious, I don't know how we're gonna like do this. Like, I always like I'm like, oh, this shit is dope, you know. And I listen to the singles and I add them, but I've never really like fully listened to her shit. And I'm like, why? Like, it makes no sense to me because like anytime I ever hear her, I usually like I'm you know I love her shit. So she sounds amazing on this record. So yeah, like I really switched it up. Like the only real rap record, well, I mean two of them, you know. And there's rapping on the other one. Whatever, yo. Y'all mad at my growth? I'm trying to like man my palate, man. My growth, my GROWF, man. All right, man. Yeah, this is a good one, man. I think that we got a lot done, you know, and we talked about a lot. Hour 40, nice little content. Next one is 20. So you and I gotta really like put together like what we want to do. That's a milestone, man. And we, you and I have done this. So
yeah,
that's us both, man. It's technically 20. This was technically 20, but we didn't label the battle an episode.
True.
So the next one is actually 20. That other one, that was just us talking shit with them or whatever and playing shit through a Bluetooth speaker. But yeah, man, you and I, you know, we'll put it together. You know, we'll spice it up. Might be a little. It's definitely gonna be an extended episode. So I think that like maybe like we should like you know collab on like some really big topics and stuff like that, or like you know. Like the concepts of like you know this artist that artist maybe we'll like present arguments for each you know artist and things like that like or whatever we'll find something but tell everybody what's going on with you, man, what you got going on. I know you don't like promoting yourself. I keep putting you on the spot first. Just do it.
You know it's all the same, man. Trills on everything, on all the streaming platforms. You'll find the music. Trill Dollar is everywhere. And, you know, that's it for me.
Yeah, man. Yeah, just, you know, follow me on Twitter, Jason Aponte2103. It's like football season. My shit is just littered with football right now at this point. Like, it's gotten to a point, like, I was waiting to talk about all these social issue shits on here. I don't talk about that shit on Twitter, man. I just can't take the replies. I can't take it, man. That shit, like, it drains my energy, bro. Like, it's a slippery slope. You know, I applaud anybody who wants to like, you know, you should, you know, like, but me, like, I'd rather speak on it here. And you guys know how I feel about it or whatever, you know, and just the Twitter, it's exhausting, bro. That shit will drain your energy real fast. You
man.
Continuously talk about it because those people, they go right at those bots. Like all those people that were talking about boycotting the NBA. Did you see that shit?
Yeah.
It was a copy and paste tweet with, I've been a fan since, and then in there, 1984. I've been a fan since 1987. And this is the final straw. Everyone was the same exact one. Cancel my tickets. Fucking bots. Fuck out of here, man. I'm just, it's exhausting, bro, to talk about all that shit or whatever all the time. People just are crazy right now.
Republicans on Twitter, bro, will ruin everything.
Yeah, it's just, and then it's just like, if I'm on here to have fun and just spread information, like I just don't want like people bothering me when it comes to that. I use that as a distraction, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, football season's happening, so like I'm jumping on everybody's podcast. Like I'm gonna be on a UK podcast at 9:30 in the morning. That should be fun. I'm gonna have a mimosa to get myself up. Like that's gonna be my reward for getting up early.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, and then camp's about to be over, and supposedly we're getting football. There's only one player, Trills, one player on the COVID list.
Wow.
Right? I had no idea. I didn't think they would ever be able to. Look, it's 2 weeks away, so anything can happen.
Yeah.
I never thought that this would be possible, at least this close. We'll see how it goes, but
it's crazy.
All right. So yeah, follow us on the Instagram. What is it? It's at the Point Podcast.
Yes.
And yeah, man. So
also, we should tell everybody where to get the playlist.
Oh yes. It's in the link tree, which is in the bio. So for Spotify and for Tidal, most of you guys have Spotify, so that works for you guys. I think we should try to find a way to get an Apple Music one because I know that people probably have that, but I don't know how that works. So they just give you 3 months free or something like that. I don't want to pay for that shit too.
Not really.
Bullshit. They ain't got that free shit. Like they got Spotify free. You just gotta listen to like 800 commercials. All right, man. For Jay, for Trills, we out of here.
Yeah.